Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Football United TV. I'm with Marlie, as you know, the dude, and this is the Football Politics Show. I can't get enough of that intro song, Charlie. Can't get enough of it.
I thoroughly enjoy it, mate. I dance to it every single time.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to be so biased because it's our channel, but I just love it. And you got a big up talk for that, haven't you, really?
Yes, absolutely.
Welcome
You
back,
always got a
everybody.
big up talk.
Always got a big up Talk because Talk is the man that does all our stuff. So big up to him. Welcome back, everybody, to the Football Politics Show. Marlie, the co-owner of this channel, if you didn't know, is joining us today. Peace and love, as it is that time of season. And we're here today, quickly and briefly, to give our opinions on... We're going to start off with Aguero, I think, first, Marlie. The sad news that he's retired. And he retired at Barcelona. He had a heart problem, and I did read something about his doctor saying that he's got a scar on his heart, really tiny scar, and that's the reason why he's having complications. And it's probably best for him to hang up the boots and look towards another career, or spend time with his family. Whatever he decides to do, he's a free man in that sense now. I mean, Marlie, when you heard the news, what did you think, mate? Because he's been one of those players that set a mark in the Premier League, one of the best Premier League strikers we've seen. And what he did at City that day against QPR, phenomenal achievement. What do you make of this sad news, mate? It's I'm guessing he really wanted to see out at Barcelona, didn't he? And he didn't get to do that. And that's another sad part about it, isn't it?
Dude, the whole thing's just, it's so sad. Aguero's the biggest Man City player of all time. Right? Like that's a legend. It's a legend. It happens a lot, dude. It happens more than we know. Like players stopping their career, like much younger than Aguero sometimes because of serious injuries or because of serious health situations, right? Like that goes beyond like the knee injury or something like that. Like he could die if he still played. So yeah, man, it's so sad to hear. The guy, like, in addition to being a great footballer, like Aguero loved the game. Like he loves the game. He loves football. He plays it. He plays with a passion, with intent. He's always like, that positive aggression, right? Like he's, yeah, man. It's very sad. It's very sad. I love to see him leave Man City. That was awesome, but I wanted him to have a great career at Barcelona. And yeah, man, very, very saddened by the news, for sure.
Yeah, I guess, going into Barcelona as well with the problems that they've got and the players leaving, like Messi as well, it just kind of looked like it just wasn't going to happen whether he retired or not. It looked like it's difficult for him to play at Barcelona. And he really wanted to play with Messi, I think. I think that's one. Yeah. And I probably thought that he looked at that and he was like, oh, damn it. Okay, I'm at Barcelona. I'll finish it off here. And then the sad news comes out. Mate, he was so good at Atletico Madrid, wasn't he, as well? I think that's where we sort of saw him come out. And prolific, weren't he? I remember a game versus Chelsea he played ages ago, and he ripped them apart. He tore them to shreds. And he was only young then, and everyone was going, wow, like, who's going to get this player? And City eventually did. So you'd say the best player at City in the Premier League? Or would you say of the three? I mean, I'm putting I'm putting David Silva there as well and Vincent Kompany, but he's up there with them two, I guess, right?
Yeah. The first player that comes to mind when I think Man City is Aguero. But there's awesome players there. Even now, like De Bruyne is one of the best players in the world. If he wasn't for injuries, he'd probably be like higher that list. But yeah, I don't think you can top Aguero. He's had like title winning goals as well. Like he's such a legend, mate.
What about in Argentina, mate? I mean, do you feel like he would have wanted to go back to Boca maybe after Barcelona? Because a lot of players do, don't they? They want to go back to their clubs of their nation, especially Boca as well is the main one, isn't it? For you
Is
look at
Yeah, but
Maradona.
is that the club that he's got some affiliation to though? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Where did Aguero start his career?
Good question. Well, look, it's the same thing with Cavani though. I don't think he started at Boca, did he? And he wants to go back
No,
there.
yeah.
He's an Argentinian, so I don't get that link either, really.
No, yeah, it's different, but you know that's the thing. For if you're a South American and you're not Brazilian, yeah, Boca is probably the biggest team that you want to play for. But if you're from Argentina, you might have a history or have a passion for a club that's rivals with Boca, right? So Aguero started playing Independiente. I feel like that's where he'd go. That's a huge team as well, Independiente.
yes.
He could go to Brazil as well. Like it happens a lot. A bunch of aging foreigners come here as well. But yeah, I don't know. He could probably stay in Europe for the rest of his career though. He didn't need to come back because he's been there for so long already. But yeah, man, this sucks. This sucks. I don't have anything else to say. I have a little heart condition as well. That's what stopped me from becoming a professional footballer, as you all know.
All right.
It's
Okay.
it's it's not it's not okay. That's a
When
joke,
you got
inappropriate
yeah,
joke.
no,
But
getting me all
but
serious, Marley.
um, but yeah, dude, tough year for Aguero. Tough year for Aguero. He wanted to play with one of his best friends in Messi. That didn't happen. And metaphorically speaking, you see, like he broke his heart, and he found out that his heart actually is broken. And you know what? You got to look at the positive side of this, man, because a lot of players have their careers shortened much earlier than it happened to Aguero, and he's what 30,
Free?
33. We got to see a lot of solid Aguero years, right?
Yeah.
Like he didn't have a short career, amazing career, and yeah, man.
I guess the good thing about it as well is he didn't go through the same things as Fabrice Muamba and Christian Eriksen. He didn't have that
Yeah,
fatal on the pitch, could have
yeah,
died. So people saw him feeling a bit rough
yeah,
and he was playing for Barcelona. It was just took the right precaution to say, look, come off. We'll try and check it out. He won the Copa America though, didn't he, Marley, for
yeah.
Argentina last year? So, I mean, at the end of the day, he's kind of achieved everything. He made the Champions League final. We missed out just at the end there to Chelsea. I guess that dampens his career at City a little bit because that's probably the one prize that he wanted. But overall, he's achieved great things, not just titles, but with his records of goal scoring and assists.
Yeah,
Um,
dude. I mean, he doesn't have the two biggest ones, right? Like he doesn't have a World Cup or a Champions League, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. That I don't put too much weight into that.
no,
Like some of the best players ever never. Well, Pele never even played the Champions League.
true.
Ronaldo, arguably the best striker of all time, never won the Champions League either. Messi's not going to win the World Cup. I don't think so. Ronaldo isn't either because he's Portuguese. Portugal's not going to win. I mean, it's unlikely that that's going to happen.
Unlikely.
So I don't want to. That doesn't take anything away from Aguero, dude. Like he was the most important player or one of the most important player for a very successful team for a long time in the most successful period of their history. So yeah, dude,
Just
sucks that he
horrible.
didn't win those things, but I don't care.
I think he he definitely went the right way into trying to get these sorts of cups. I mean, I know the World Cup, you can't really choose. You either play for your team and you've got the team around you or you haven't. But with going to City was the right choice. Definitely a team that were trying to win the Champions League every year. And like you say, they won the Premier League so many times. Do you think he's worthy of having a statue, Marley, outside of the Etihad? Do you think he's done enough to earn that right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But City, they have so many great players and so like such a small fan base. They're gonna have more statues than fans at some point if they keep this up. So, but Aguero is definitely like the most important one. He does deserve a statue for sure.
I'm very lucky of you to turn that around while Charlie's here in the chat, Marley. Give us your comments about Aguero if you have any at all. Just to end off on the Aguero subject, I'm a Man United fan. It was an honour to see him play against us, as a rival club. Doesn't matter. I love football. I enjoy seeing good footballers play, and he was exceptional. And he will be missed. And like you said as well, he did have a decent career. He wasn't like he had this problem,
dude.
But you know what I mean? I mean, like for how
Yeah.
long he played. I mean, it didn't happen like when he was 25. So he had a long career in football. As you said, he loved it so much.
Yeah.
And can only wish him the best now. What do you think he'll do after this, mate? What do you think? Punditry in South America, maybe, or coaching, or
It's not often you see forward players find success as managers, right?
not really,
But
no.
yeah, that could. I mean, it makes sense because of the because of the perspective, right? Like where they're watching the game from. But yeah, you don't see a lot of that. I don't know actually if Charlie's still watching. I hope he tells us because he follows Aguero more than us. Like he's followed Aguero more. He's been invited on the city board. But yeah, maybe he's just gonna become one of those like football directors, something like that. Like that makes perfect sense, right? That he worked at City.
It does, but I don't understand what talk said here. Alex Ferguson.
What was he? Was he a forward player? I did not know.
Oh,
I know him as a manager. Yeah,
maybe, possibly. Do you know what? I
yeah.
knew he wasn't the greatest player. Another one again. That all the greatest managers not necessarily were the best players on the field, were they? Some of them weren't players at all, like Mourinho. So yeah, let us know. Talk. You know a lot about Alex Ferguson on his playing days. Was he a forward? Okay. Well, look. Big ups to Aguero. Hope the best for you in the future. I know he's not watching this, but I'm just sending out a message as if he was. And we'll read out some comments now, right, Charlie? Let's have a look here. We got big up boys from Charlie Hibbert. Yes, 700. We've hit 700 subscribers now. We are on the 700 mark. Thank you all for helping us out. Means so much. And if you haven't already and you're watching, smash subscribe. Get 701 for us. Get over that mark. Let's get over that mark and push away so we don't go back into the 600s. That'll be a travesty. Muncie talks. Big up, lads. Big up, Muncie. Static says, hey, Matt and Marlie. Big. I don't know that, but I'll yeah.
I don't know. I tried to mimic and make some sound for Static. Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense. My bad.
He always wanted to go back to his hometown club, Independiente, and retire there. Unfortunately, that never happened. Right, okay, yeah, that's what Marley said. So, Football United TV at Nadi Tamis is spamming. Please block.
Done.
Oh yeah, I did go past it, mate. Yeah. Actually, one time, it came out and it made sense. It said VAR tech, and I was like, huh? That actually, I could talk about that, and it's not actually anything to talk about. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's great. Yes, big up talk, MU. Loving the intro, mate. We're never getting rid of that song, mate. Maybe we need to do like a remix or something and actually do a live version, get it up on YouTube. Write some lyrics to it, Marley, yeah, and like, have a song like the Champions League. We'd have it in loads of different languages, each sentences, and like really get it around the world. Am I being too much here? Is this too much?
No. Right on point.
Good. So Charlie says best City player of all time, and he said he's been invited to the City board. That's awesome. Matt, how could you forget? Alex Ferguson, player? I don't remember. I don't know too much of him being a player. I actually don't.
He was only young, dude. He was like 10 when Alex Ferguson was born. Talk.
But Talk's not that older than me. Are you, Talk?
I'm talking
We won't
about
get
you.
Putting me down. Putting me down. Yay, 700 subscribers. Matt, you need to make me a mod, bro. I do. Do you know what? We have no mods on here. Not one mod. Do we, Marley? Have you given anybody the authorization of being a mod?
No. I actually don't know how that works. I'm glad I have you. Do you? Okay. Yeah.
I'm glad that we've never had to have anything. We've never had that problem where we've had to like have people checking up because people are writing horrible things. That's why this is such a good channel, because people respect us and we respect you back. Love you, Charlie. The Martian's saying he loves you. Can you please give us like a little? Can you give us a little bit more information on why you think Talks from Mars? I think we should clarify why. People don't understand, and I think they need to understand.
He's my good friend, mate. I don't need to think anything. I know the guy. He's from Mars. He's invited me, but it was way too expensive.
All right, fair enough. Done. You're from Mars. Talk. I wonder, what's the capital city of Mars? Anyone tell us? Let us know. Mars should know. Mars should know. Talk should know. Sorry, there we go. Okay.
Let us know.
Let us know. Let's know the capital of Mars. Right. Moving on to the next subject. Player agents being capped by UEFA 10% on the pound. Right. So, Marley, what does this mean for future transfers? Is it all in the air now? Are players going to be looking for agents who are family members? Are they not going to be using these super agents like Mino Raiola, like Jorge Mendes, etc., etc.? What do you think this means for the game?
All right. Great question. I want to answer it, but wait a second. Is this joke as funny as I think it is? No, not this one. Okay, great. But this one. I love it. I just love it. Big up, little Charlie. Big up. All right. But I think from what Talk says, it's Zorg. Okay. I love to see it, mate. I love to see it. These agents, like I mean, you can't blame the businessman. Like it's a capitalist world, so like people want to make money. You can't blame them for that. But they make things so much more expensive for clubs, for players, and it's great. Love to see it, mate. That means they can make at the most 10%, right, of the transfer fee. That's love it, dude. And we get like. Talking about the Premier League, we get bothered by what we know, which is already like ludicrous numbers that these guys make. But in Brazil, we hear about these situations, right? Like you go for a cab ride, and that taxi driver has driven a Fluminense player in the past, and he tells stories like of players literally thinking their salaries are like 1/3 of what's supposed to be. Right, like it's announced as like 300,000 reais. They actually make 100,000. So the rest is agent fees, and the club steals some of it. I don't know what happens, but it's great to see that it's gonna be more. It's gonna be more controlled, and yeah, I mean, there is a chance that they're gonna start asking for like 300 million just because now like the agent's got to make money too, and he wants to make 30 mil, so you got to pay 300 mil. But I hope people stay within reason here.
I do. I hope it doesn't go to that extreme where clubs are then held to ransom for players. But I'm pretty sure players would also go, look, that doesn't work for me really. That you're putting
Yeah.
up the price tenfold.
Yeah.
So hopefully, people are getting in agents more for the fact that they can get them the deal that they want and the club that they want instead of just the money that they want. So it could be, I guess, a breath of fresh air, and it could
Yeah.
hopefully bring down all this money floating around in transfer dealings, right?
Yeah, dude. It's we love football. We're not going to be complaining too much about, like, when you think about the world and like how little money a lot of people have, like so many clubs like spending over 100 mil on players, like football players. It's so stupid. It really is. It's stupid, right? Like, people are hungry, but I don't want to get into that too much. But yeah, I hope that this makes it a little better. Me, really hope it does. I don't think that's why it was created, but I hope it makes it better.
You think it's better for players to have family members like Harry Kane has his brother as an agent? Do you think that's better? Because then surely having a family member dealing with the clubs that you want to go to, they're only going to do the right thing for you, aren't they? They're your blood. Like, you'd hope that would be the right way. Not that everybody in this game, even if they are family, would do the right thing for their family. There are some very, very greedy people out there, even on the bloodline. But yeah.
Have you heard of Neymar's father and Ronaldinho's brother?
Nope. But let me hear it. Come on. I know there's
Dude.
something about it.
Well, do your research, mate. But they're let's just say their integrity, their morals, like, they're shady, to say the least.
Are you
And
saying sort of like Britney Spears' dad? Yeah, that sort of thing.
yeah, I mean, I'm not too aware of the Britney situation, but I think that's more of a situation where she was controlled. I don't
Yeah.
think Ronaldinho and Neymar are like gullible like that. Like, they weren't. I'm not saying she was gullible. If you're a Britney fan, I'm sorry. I'm just not aware of the situation. It's just that I think Neymar and Ronaldinho, like, they have a say. They don't control them, but yeah, like, there's a lot of accusation towards these two figures. Ronaldinho spent time in jail. You guys know that. Like, we gotta assume that his brother had something to do with it, allegedly. But I I would never employ a family member for something like that. Like, knowing how the sport works, like, it's just, there's too much. I don't know. It's weird, like, people. You may have to fire them someday. It opens up a door for a family member of yours to actually do something kind of shady towards you or towards someone else. Like, I don't know. I'd never do that. I never do that. I wouldn't even employ a friend. Like, you got to find someone that's all business. Hopefully, someone trustworthy, but that's about it. I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah. It's just, and you know what? I get what you're saying as well. I understand that. I didn't really think about it like that. The fact that, yeah, it'd be difficult if something went wrong, that you wouldn't be able to deal with it appropriately because they're a family member
Yeah.
or a best friend or whatever, and it makes it a little bit difficult and it strains that relationship.
Plus, dude, when you're I'm sorry to interrupt you, but there's been a situation. I'm sorry. If you watch this every now and then and you focus on my videos, you might think this is a Fluminense channel just because it's my favorite team in Brazil, so I'm gonna be referencing them a lot. But there's this young player called Miguel. He was a very promising player. Like, he's left Fluminense, but at one point I think the fee for him, the fixed fee, what do you call those? I'm sorry, like, when the player has a value, like, you pay it and the buyout clause. Yeah.
Buyout clause.
Yeah, the buyout clause for him was like 150 million euros. No one was ever going to pay that, but he was highly rated. Like, he was very impressive as a young player. But he had his professional debut at like 15 for Fluminense. And his father, who's his agent, is pretty much the reason why it all went tits up. Like, he demanded that his son either played for the professional team. He didn't. Like, he was 15, 16. He didn't have the strength, like the athleticism, to do so yet. or to play like towards the younger age group because you wanted him to feature for the national team. But Fluminense, like they want to play him where they think he's going to be developed best, and he had a lot of conflict entry. I don't know. It was a mess because you become more emotional as well. Like you think you know what's best for your brother, for your sister, for your son, for your daughter, for like whoever it is, for your husband or wife, and you become more passionate about it. So there's a good chance you're gonna mess things up as well. I don't think it's a good idea.
No, I get that completely. So you think just find someone who's trustworthy. It's very hard to find, but
Yeah.
people like Mino Raiola are probably not the type to.
No,
Don't like him, do you? Nor do I. I wonder
no.
why we don't.
I
Actually, I
think
don't.
I'd always try to go with a former player because a lot of former retired players do this. Deco is one of these guys nowadays, and I try to go for one where I've watched his career. He seems to be a reliable guy. He seems to be a cool guy, and I try to get in contact. That's right, Joe.
Any dodgy deals ever happened for Fluminense, mate? Like from agents or anything that's gone a bit tits up? Can I say that?
Yeah, dude. And if I can't, I'm sorry. And in Brazil, up until recently, mate, like we didn't know the numbers as well. We assumed there's been a lot of shady stuff. As I've mentioned, like the announced salaries were much higher than the actual money that the player got. Um, but I don't have a specific case that I can point you towards. It's a lot more confusing. It's more disorganized in here, so you're gonna see weird stuff happen.
Yeah. So I guess we both agree this is good for football. I think
Yeah,
we said off air that agents don't really bring a lot to the football pyramid, do they? Really, you see everybody else puts in their part. They put in their chips to help football progress. Agents are literally there just to grab the money as they can. And when you look at it as well, of course, because you do acting as well, Marley, actors have to pay their agents. It's not the company that pays the agents, it's the actor that pays it, where in this situation it's the clubs that pay the agents, isn't it? I don't know if you know that. It's true.
is that I don't think there's a rule, right? Like you go contract by contract. You have contracts like when you're beginning your career. Like I don't have an agent. I'm very like I'm starting. I'm trying, right? But in the beginning of your career, you might find situations where you're actually like paying your agent or your manager a monthly fee. But I think in most cases, what happens is they take a like in football, they take a percentage of what you make. I think that's how it usually works. It makes more sense in and when you're talking about actors than when you're talking about footballers.
Yeah,
It makes more sense,
yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, of course it does, because you couldn't expect that the acting companies or the theatre companies to pay off the agents before the actors done their job, and then it turns out that they didn't do a very good job. That'd make it harder for them to sell the production or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess with footballers, it's a little different. You get that no matter what, whether you play rubbish or not. It doesn't matter, does it? You always get the fans in, won't you?
Yeah.
If a player plays for joins a team and that team plays rubbish all year, they're still making that money, aren't they? It's not. Whereas production companies might not be making the money because people won't be going because it's rubbish.
Exactly.
So, there we go. We threw a little bit of acting in there for you, Marley. See,
We have everything here at Football United TV. It should be called World United TV. That's what it actually is.
Coming soon to a world near you, to Mars. Coming soon to Mars.
Yes.
Well, that's it. That's half an hour. We wanted just a quick chat with my buddy, my bro, my companion, my compadre, my fellow DJ.
Sure.
Oh, cool. There you go. No response. No response at all. Just sure. That's what I always get. I always get. That's what people are like with me. But
Love
Marlie,
you too, mate. I love
that's what I was waiting for.
you too.
Give us a like if you love the love that's going on right now.
Yes, please do.
So we're gonna wrap it up there. But Marley, we got just to sort of throw this out to all the people. We got the old Christmas special tomorrow, 9:00 p.m. Thursday night. Come join in because we're literally going to be having a bit of a laugh. It might not even be really to talk about football. Correct?
Yeah, it might not be funny either, but we're gonna try. So yeah, it's just we're gonna have our friends over and and the week after that we're gonna have a New Year's special as well. So
we are indeed, yes. Only me and you though for that one, New Year special.
We need some alone time every now and then.
Yeah, we do. Okay, and I hope you can join in to watch that alone time as well because it make us feel much better.
Oh yeah.
So tune in tomorrow, 9:00 p.m. We've got the Man United agenda on. We've got a few other guests on that are from other shows that have come on quite a lot, and we might be back with the Premier League weekend show if the games go ahead. So tune in the night after Boxing Day, which is the 27th of December, to see if we are going live. But we'll let you know before because I'm not sure in this country what's going on with the Christmas fixtures. But until then, thank you everybody for tuning in, subscribing, sharing, liking, doing your part for the channel because Marley, we've hit 700, mate.
Yeah, that's we're chasing that for a while, so I'm really happy. Help us get to 800 now, guys. That's a new milestone.
Yes. Road to 800 and then road to 1K after that, surely is. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.